The White House just hosted a panel of 6 former college football players to talk about NCAA student-athletes issues. The president even attended the event for an hour. Laudable, perhaps, but why in the world would the White House think former football players can speak for all student-athletes, especially the nearly 88,000 women who play Division I sports? Football players make up only 16% of all of Division I's more than 188,000 student-athletes. College football makes the money when Front Office Sports posted about a roundtable on college athlete rights, on X, formerly Twitter. A number of posters questioned the absence of women from the group. Others were quick to point out the roundtable was for football players. Of course, many people seem to equate college sports with football and justify football's dominance because it earns most of the generated revenue through ticket sales, NCAA conference distributions, donors, concessions, advertising, royalties, sports camps, and media rights. In fact, about 45% of generated revenue in the Power 5 schools comes from broadcasts and bowl games. Equating football with college sports has already created trouble for precisely this reason. Recent conference realignment destroyed the Pac-12 as all schools except for Oregon State and Washington State universities left the century-old conference in pursuit of more lucrative media contracts. While conference realignment may work well for football, it is a devastating move for many of the sports played by the other student-athletes in the Big Ten, Big 12, and ACC. Teams that play midweek and more often than once a week will be forced to travel across the country and across 3 time zones regularly. Many students who chose Pac-12 schools to play close to home will no longer be able to have family and friends come as often to watch them play. Historic rivalry matches will no longer take place. The domination of Pac-12 women's basketball is no more. Who knows what will happen to OSU and WSU, who are now fighting to retain control of the conference's money. Football out-earns all the other sports combined and often pays the bill for a good bit of the rest of the athletics program. That doesn't mean football always carries its own weight. Programs often go into the red over stadium upgrades, expensive scoreboards, additional administrative positions, and exorbitant coaches' salaries. Pre-pandemic, only 25 college athletic programs actually made a profit. In most Power 5 institutions, support for athletics also comes from a wide variety of other sources. In fact, 13% of Power 5 college sports dollars come from institutional and government support. Another 2% comes from fees that all students pay, regardless of whether they ever step foot in a sports venue or even care about sports. College football is not the only sport. 84% of college athletes play a sport other than football.